Welcome back. Texas Republicans are once again trying to advance their plan to redraw voting districts. State lawmakers reconvene at 2 p.m. Eastern today to once again hold a vote on the controversial bill. Now, the plan has prompted discussions over redistricting in at least 7 other states. And in Texas, it has caused Democratic lawmakers to flee the state in an effort to prevent the vote. So let's get to CBS News political reporter Hunter Woodall. Hunter, thank you for joining us today. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton warned House Democrats they need to return to the Capitol by Friday or else. So what is the latest on the efforts to bring them back home?
Well, you said the exact correct words there, or else. There's a level of unpredictability here that we just aren't sure what's going to happen. Nobody seems to quite know. There's this vagueness because Republicans obviously want to advance these maps. They have a very narrow House majority right now in Washington, D.C., and the idea is redrawing Texas could net them as many as 5 districts that are currently held by Democrats. But the back and forth here continues to be tense. Democrats are showing no sign of backing down, and it's very unlikely that when this deadline comes around later today, there's going to be enough Democrats to show up to work in Texas at the state legislature to actually make this vote advance or pass through. This tension is going to keep going back and forth, back and forth. It's really created a national vacuum of attention towards redistricting and also what the midterms could look like for the 2 major parties. Republicans obviously really want to get these maps passed. President Trump really wants to see them passed. But right now, it just continues to look like this standoff will continue.
Yeah, and Hunter, there was always this fear that this move would spur other states to do the same thing. So I want to ask you now about Florida Republicans because they're joining in on the battle. What's going on there?
And that's exactly right. This is really spreading to other states. There's both Republican states who are saying, hey, we should look at this. You know, they likely have Democratic congressional districts in their states. They're seeing avenues to potentially redrawing those to favor Republicans. In the same way, there are Democratic states saying, hey, we might take this up because Republicans are doing it. This back and forth could really set off a long, extended battle that could play out long, in these coming, weeks and months, well before any votes are actually cast in the 2026 midterms. But you mentioned Florida. This is a GOP-controlled state. This is a state with a GOP legislature, a GOP governor. There's a lot of energy there if they would want to redistrict. Now, it remains to be seen how far this will go. The House is obviously sounding like they're looking at this, but you would need a lot of buy-in from Republicans. And I'll note, Florida has poorly graded congressional maps, according to experts. If they do this, it could be difficult to really draw new districts that even further disadvantage Democrats.
Wow. Okay. Hunter Woodall, thank you so much. We appreciate your time today.